Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting off with very first approach to solving the majority element problem from LeetCode. If you are a beginner just starting with DSA, this video is perfect for you. We'll break it down step by step, do a quick dry run and make sure you understand what's happening under the hood. So grab a notebook and let's crack it together.
I hope you are able to see the question. So the question is majority element. It's an easy question and it's based on array. So go, let's go through the problem statement first. Given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. So we need to return the majority element in an array. The majority element is the element that appears more than n by 2 times. You may assume that majority element always exists in the array. Let's check the input and output to understand the problem statement. So given an array nums, we need to find the majority element in an array which appears more than n by 2 times. So they have told that majority element is the one which appears more than n by 2 times. Now what does this n means? N is the length of an array. Okay, so understand n is the length of an array. So given here is 3, 2, 3. So length of this array is 3. Right, and then if we divide it by 2 we get 1. We take floor value here, so 1, we get 1. So now the output will be the one which appears more than, see they have given n, the element is the, see they have given that the majority element is the one which appears more than n by 2. They have not mentioned that it's equal, more than or equal to. They have mentioned more than n by 2. So here if we calculate the length of the array, it comes out to be 3, and if we divide it by 2, the answer is 1. So we need to find the element that appears more than one time. So here we can check that 3 appears one time, then 2, then again 3. So here 3 is appearing 2 times, which is greater than 1, that is n by 2 value. Hence the output is 3. Now let's check for the second input. So here they have given this array. Let's write it properly. Let me explain you properly. So first we'll calculate length of array. First we'll calculate length of an array. So here let's count the total elements in an array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here length of an array n is 7. Next they have told majority element is the one which appears more than n by 2 times. Focus that it appears more than n by 2 times, not more than equal to or equal to. No, it appears more than n by 2 times. So in order to calculate the majority element, we first need to do n by 2. So n by 2, length, n is length of an array, right? So length of an array, so length of our array is 7 here. If we divide it by 2, it approximately comes out to be, we take floor value here. So 2, 3s are 6. So n by 2 value appears to be 3. So now majority element will be the one which appears greater than 3 times. Understood? Not equal to, which appears greater than 3 times. We'll talk about all three approaches: brute, then we'll go to better, and then we'll move on to optimal solution. Okay, so let us so what will be the brute force approach for this problem? What will be the brute force approach for this problem? See, first let me write our array. What is our array? 2 2 1 1 1 2 2. 2, 2, triple 1, 2, 2. Right? In brute force, we count we count occurrence of each element in an array. Means how many times 2 appeared. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So we'll count occurrence of each element in an occurrence of each element in an array. How we'll do that? First, we'll run the for loop for an entire array for int I equal to 0 to n, and we'll initialize the count equal to 0. Then we'll run again loop from j equal to 0 to n if array of I if array of j equal to array of I, then we'll do count plus plus. Okay, and after this loop we'll check if count greater than we'll check if count greater than n by 2. See, greater than n by 2, not equal to. If count greater than n by 2, then we'll return nums array, then we'll return array of I. If not, we'll return minus 1. See, this minus 1 will never be written because in question they have clearly mentioned that solution exists. Now let's dry run this in small. So now let's dry run our pseudocode so that you can understand it better in a small array. So they have given one more array 3, 2, 3, something like this. So first what we'll do is we'll calculate the length of an array, which is 3 here. So first loop, that is this one, I equal to 0. What is the value at I equal to 0? That is 3. We'll initialize the count to 0 and j equal to 0. So at j is equal to 0, value is 3 only, right? So we'll do count plus plus. So count will be 1 here, right? The first count 1. So 3 till now appeared 1 time. Then I will be equal to 0 only. That is, the value will be of I will be 3 only, because inner loop will first go from 0 to n, right? Now j will be equal to 1, which value is 2 here. So the condition is if array of j equal to array of I. So array of j here is 2 and array of I is 3, which are not equal. So we'll not do count plus plus. We'll go to next, like j equal to 3, I equal to 3, j equal to 2, which value is 3, and we'll check if array of I means if array of I is 0 and its value is 3. So if array of I is 3 and if array of j, that is this, both are equal, hence we'll do count plus plus. So now count value increases to 2, right? Next we'll check, see, after this loop we do check, right? So if so count our so final count we got is 2 here. So for 3 we got the count of 2. We check 2 greater than, what was the value, greater than n by 2. What is the value of n? 3 by 2, which is 1. So yes, 2 is greater than 1. Hence we'll return array of I. Here I is 0. So what is the array of 0 value is 3. So hence we got our majority element. Dry run one more time for 2, 2, triple 1, 2. Similarly, let's dry run for 2, 2, double 1, 2, 2. So here first, what is n? N is 5 because there are 5 elements, right? Now first for loop will go from 1 to n. First for loop will go from 0 to n. So array of 0, that is array of 0. What is the value? 2. Next we'll go to next we'll count. Next we'll initialize count equal to 0. Now this is I. Now array of 0, this is for j. What is the value of j? 2, right? So now we'll check if array of I equal to array of j. Yes. So we do count plus plus, count increases by 1. Right. Now array of, we are increasing, see, outer loop will remain same till the inner loop ends. So now array of 1, that is j loop runs till end, then only I loop, means j loop run till n, then only I will increment. Okay, so array of 1, what is the value for array of 1? Let me write here indexing 0 1 2 3 4. What is the value of array of 1? 2. So is array of I equal to array of j? Will increase the count 2. Next, array of 2, what is the value of array of 2? 1. Is array of I equal to array of j? No. So will again, so count will remain same, will increase the value, will go to next. So count will remain same, will go to next element. Array of 3. Is array of I equal to array of j? No. Let's go to another loop. Let's go to another value. Array of 4 equal to 2. Is array of I equal to array of j? Yes, will increase the count. Count equal to 3. So we'll check if our count is greater than n by 2. 3 greater than, what is the value of n by 2? 5 by 2, that is floor value, if we take, we get 2. So 3 greater than 2, yes. So majority, so we'll return array of I. What is the array of I here? 2. So we'll return 2 as a majority element. Hope you understood the solution. This is the brute force solution. Now let's discuss the time complexity for this solution. So if you check, the first loop goes from 0 to n, and then another loop, there is loop inside loop. The another loop also goes from 0 to n. So we are traversing the array 2 times. That two nested loop. So time complexity for this solution would be O of n square, which is the worst case time complexity. Now next, which is the worst case time complexity. Let me show you the solution. So here is our code. First, we take the, see, this is our array. We pass the array in our function, and this is the majority element brute force function. We first take the length of an array, as we discussed while writing pseudocode. So first we'll take length of an array. Here is the one. Then we'll run a loop. We'll initialize the count. Then this loop, this outer loop is for each element count. This outer loop is for counting occurrence of each element. So our brute force solution, let me tell you that our brute force solution does the count occurrence counting, or we can say we do calculate the occurrence of each element in brute force. Okay, so as we discussed in pseudocode, we took first loop, then inside which we initialized the count as 0, then we took the another loop, then we compared area of I and area of j. If they are equal, we do count plus plus, and at the end, if count is greater than the n by 2, that it's more than n by 2, then we'll return that area of I. So we have dry coded it also. So we have dry coded it also. So I hope you understood this brute force solution. Now next we'll move forward to better solution. Hope you understood this brute force solution. Let me run the code. And as you can see here, we got our majority element as 2. See here, if you can count, a majority element is 2 and we have got our desired output.